regime has demanded an apology from Amnesty International, CNN, and DJ Switch for allegedly misleading the world that there was a massacre at the Lekki toll gate on October 20, 2021. DJ Switch, whose given name is Obianuju, is a Nigeria disc jockey who is on exile over the 2020 ESA's protest and the Lekki toll gate incidents. The Minister of Information and Culture, Mohamed, said the trio should tender an unreserved apology for portraying the Nigerian military, police, and other security agencies in a bad light. Addressing newsmen on Wednesday in Abuja on the first anniversary of the Lekki toll gate incident, the minister reiterated that, contrary to the claims by CNN, Amnesty International, and the disc jockey, the military did not shoot at protesters. CNN acted unprofessionally by relying on unverified and possibly doctored social media videos, as well as other open source information to conclude that a massacre took place at the toll gate. On its part, CNN went from 38 people killed to just one, after a supposed global exclusive, even when the network had no reporter on the ground at the Lekki toll gate on October 20, 2021. On Monday, the Judiciary Panel of Inquiry that was set up by the Lagos State government after the ENSA's protest wrapped up its sitting. During the sitting, CNN was summoned, but it never showed up, thus missing a great opportunity to prove its allegation of a massacre at the toll gate. In its latest attempt to grasp at straws and redeem whatever is left of its battered credibility on this issue, CNN has continued with its baseless report that soldiers shot at protesters, he said. The minister said Amnesty International also had a golden opportunity to convince the world, but it rather opted for issuing meaningless press release. Mr. Mohammed condemned a current report running on the CNN network on the purported massacre, contending that the international news platform acted unprofessionally. CNN, bristling and unshamedly held on to the front narrative, relying on an unidentified mother whose son was reportedly shot dead at Lekki toll gate, but without convincing evidence who shot him dead. The name CNN that tweeted on October 23, 2020 that 38 people were shot dead at Lekki is now struggling to convince the world that one boy was killed at Lekki. What a shame, he stated. He said the federal government remained proud of the security agencies for acting professionally and showing restraint all through and the ENSA's protest and assuming violence. I beg your pardon. The minister said it was the professionalism and the restraint of the security agencies that saved the lives and property of many. 6 soldiers and 37 police who died during the ENSA's protest are human beings with families, even though the human rights organization and CNN simply ignored the advert, choosing instead to trumpet a live massacre. He said the Buhari regime has labored much to deny culpability in the shooting of unarmed protesters by the Nigerian military on the night of October 20, 2020, after initially denying soldiers' presence at the scene, and the government later admitted that the security agents fired at protesters, but maintained that only blank ammunitions were fired. Mr. Mohammed had continually claimed there was no casualties on the night, despite the reports of casualties by People Gazette and other media organizations and witnesses. Honestly, I don't think these people have shame on, because even, you see, what happened that day, the world saw what happened. Apart from these people they are calling this and that, there are so many persons who lives close to that place. They did video and people saw what happened. Even those people who had gunshot injury, they still later came out to testify and all that. So honestly, this is really very, very shocking that up till now Nigerian government is still denying this fact. Let's quickly hear what Nigerians have said. This man is mentally unstable. Okay, 99 bodies dumped at Lagos mortuary. Where did they got the bodies from? Were there another massacre? Keep fooling yourself. This man should just get a jury. I don't want to hear him. More than 3,000 people were at the scene with phones, cameras, recorders. There are high buildings around the toll gate with a very good view. They began to bring out evidence. You will run, he said. So guys, these are Nigerians' reactions. What's your take? Kindly share with us below the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.